and welcome to Good Night Sri Lanka, ladies and gentlemen. Today it is another Friday. It, of course, is the 7th of August 2026. And as you can see,
-1.
As you can see,
Yeah.
Andy has decided to basically throw a party.
Dump us.
What?
Dump us.
Dump.
Yeah, dumped us, yeah.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Andy has decided to dump us. That's one
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
That's because she has decided to throw a party for her aunts and uncles
Yeah.
who have come down from Australia and the US.
US.
But
And she only knew it happening yesterday.
that's right, just the day before.
Yeah.
Just the day
අර
before.
මිනිස්සු වීසා හදාගෙන හරිද බෑග් පැක් කරගෙන ඔක්කොම කරගෙන ඇවිල්ලා ඇන්ඩි දන්නේ ඊයේ. ඇන්ඩි දන්නේ ඊයේ.
And they are not kind of people who call up and say, I'm Andrew and Balthazar are coming home for dinner tomorrow.
නැත්නම් my jet, do you have any parking space for my jet? එහෙම scene එකක් නෑ.
Nothing like that. I mean, they would have definitely spoken to Andy at least a good 1 month. And said, anyway, Andy කොහොම හරි මොනා හරි කරලා මේ Fridays දාන්නේ. Fridays දාන්නේ. So some whatever said and done, it will be always on a Friday.
Yes. So minus Andy today.
So minus Andy today, and he has decided, like Chris said, to dump us.
Yeah.
So now you have to put up with the both of us.
Both of us, yes.
Whether you like it or not. Please like it. Please like it. But we got to say a big thank you to everybody who's actually been on our pages on Instagram, on TikTok, and of course on YouTube. Thank you so much, guys, for being a part of Gnsl. We love you. And we are here every Friday because we would like to share what we experienced through the week, which is very close to what each and every one of you also experienced.
Yes, absolutely.
So, but we have the opportunity of talking about it.
And letting the entire world know.
The entire world.
How ridiculous we are.
Yeah, we are. There are very ridiculous things that actually happen in our lives, and we'd like to share it with each and every one of you. Thanks, guys. In the meantime, it's been one of those iffy weeks with rains coming in at a certain time. Oh man, last Sunday. The crew and basically crew and myself, we actually went to Kandy.
Okay.
We went to Kandy for a shoot at Trinity College.
Okay.
And I haven't honestly, actually was thinking about it. I honestly can't remember the last time I went to Kandy.
Okay.
It must be over at least 10 years, right? And we went to Trinity. We actually did the shoot in front of the chapel. One of the most gorgeous chapels I've ever seen.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. I have been to Trinity so many times. So back in the day, I used to work for Ceylon.
Yeah.
So I was in charge of all these school banks and all that stuff. So we had the most prominent, as you climb up from the main entrance.
Right. We
you all were walking from the chapel entrance. Right. So Methani Naginokotama, there was this little room. Right in front when you enter, when you climb up. So that was the location given for our bank. So this was like the most prominent place from the road also. So we used to go there. I used to address the assemblies before we started the entire thing and all that. Coordinators and even Yasas. You remember Yasas?
Yasas
Heva game.
Yeah.
Not the cycling one.
Oh, then I don't know.
There's another Yasas, right? Who was back in the day a magician as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that Yasas, right?
That Yasas.
So we actually the bank magic. That's right. Right. So we through the bank to the Sudan we actually sponsored one of his shows in Trinity also, and so we used to go there quite often. And there was this party which I knew through radio, right? Who was actually running a hostel. Right on the road of the chapel.
Okay.
And they passed and they sold the property. So my young man, Krishan, got this rare opportunity of being a Josephian and taking a swim in the Trinity pool.
Oh, nice.
That was one of those. He was, what's his name? Andre. Andre was saying, Chris, I'm sure this bugger must be the first non-Trinitian who managed to get a chance to swim in the Trinity pool. So that's also on the side entrance, right? So Trinity College has been, and talking about wonderful schools, I think the most beautiful school in this country is Guru Talab. St. Thomas's. Oh my God, that is. Next level, and they have horse riding also as a subject.
Really?
Yeah, they train you to ride horses. so how was it?
That was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So we were actually doing the entire shoot was done just outside the chapel, and so it was last Sunday, and it was a very iffy sort of day because of the weather.
Okay.
So
it didn't rain though.
No, it did.
Okay.
That's the thing. It did.
Oh,
it did.
dear.
So our shoot was outside, just outside the chapel, and we did 4 pods there. Except for one pod, every other pod got disturbed by the rain.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
So it started drizzling, and the drizzle got a bit heavier.
Okay.
So at that point, we need to basically, the guys started taking all the cameras inside.
Yeah.
Moment you brought the last camera inside, it stopped raining. It happened every single time.
Yeah.
Every single time, and but we did a fantastic shoot there. And we realized.
So this is for rugby.
This is for rugby, yeah.
Okay.
So it's a new series that we actually started called the Champions League. We're talking about Trinity's entire story in terms of winning, going unbeaten for the year 2026. So it was fantastic. Met the team. The boys are there. Wonderful kids.
Yeah.
Very humble.
Yeah.
Very down to earth, and very fun to be around with. Also, really nice boys. So yeah, the series is actually going to be coming out next week on our pod platform. But what I wanted to tell you was, Sunday we were basically in Kandy. Monday I see pictures of the Kandy railway station underwater.
Yeah, because Navalapitiya
is gone.
Kandy, and my God, yes, that is terrible.
And the road towards Kandy Colombo Road in Kadugan now, rocks on the road.
Yeah.
So we're just thinking to ourselves, the team was like, we just passed this yesterday.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
It's a crazy feeling.
You're lucky you got out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
so unfortunate to all the people who are living there.
That is true. That is true. And yes, I saw the railway station underwater. We actually passed the railway station just the day before, and it's phenomenal how weather can actually change like overnight. And the day we were in Kandy, it was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful day. The only problem that I obviously encounter with Kandy all the time is like the number of one-ways that are there. You miss a turn, you're
finished. That is like a little maze.
Done.
You have to be very careful, because I remember the bank was also inside this cluster, right? So if you miss one turn, that's it. You have to go to Timbuktu and come back.
That's it.
That stretch is like the road front of Trinity, and that entire other side, right, is all just like a colonial buildings and all that.
Absolute maze.
Yeah, of course.
And but it was beautiful. The college, of course, is over 150 years old, and we're just thinking. And the chapel itself is absolutely gorgeous. We were just basically having a conversation. So imagine if these walls could actually talk.
Oh my God, the people who would have gone in and out of those gates. Right? There could be legends, there could be people that we never even knew who would have done so much. Imagine for over 150 years the number of people that school has produced.
For sure.
Right? And who has ever kept a track? That's the irony of it.
Must register.
Now at least I hope that schools are doing this. But there could be people who are like but the Trinity, the global fraternity is very, very strong.
Very strong.
Yeah, but then again, Shaq, it could be maybe from about 50 years ago that they have connections. Because they have computers, they have proper ways of keeping documentation,
I'm sure,
monitoring people.
But the thing is those days, at that time, people were engrossed in writing things down.
We have at college, we have all those old photographs. But from the 50s, 60s, we have
I'm sure it's all available, but absolutely gorgeous.
Unless you're coming from a 5th or 6th generation Trinitians, then you will know your past. Otherwise,
and I'm sure there are 5th, 6th generation Trinitians.
I'm sure. We have a 3rd year generation in my batch.
Right. Okay.
So that's a lot of history.
That's a lot of history.
That's a lot of history. So there you
go. But it was beautiful. It was absolutely gorgeous. And I was just talking about the weather situation that since we were actually out of a Trinity, that was our first out of Colombo shoot also. For the last several years of us doing pods, that was the first one, and we had such a good time. It was a great trip. It was a great trip. We had a good time. Left at about 6 o'clock in the morning. We stopped for breakfast, and then we finished the show. We had lunch in Kandy in one of the houses. It was fantastic. It was really good. It was really good.
Good.
Anyway, how was your week?
My week was fantastic. My Friday was I got an invitation from my old bank. From Ceylon. Chris, ticket දෙකක් තියෙනවා, you want to come?
මොකටද?
Spider-Man බලන්න.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man බලන්න.
And lots of people loved your Odyssey review.
I got a review for this also. Then on Saturday, the boys went to Bulat Singhana.
Okay.
So 56 of us, one bus load full, right? And then we had this resolution passed in the middle of a river. Okkomalla Bila, you know, right? So there was this little like a canopy startup thing right in the middle of the river.
Right.
So now, unlike any other batch, I think this would be probably the first time ever in a batch of any school that we had the majority of Tamil class.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
So this is now this mark is the Shaq is remarkable because then usually it's the Sinhala, no?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Sinhala crowd and the whatever who were the burgers or whatever. So this time we had 2 or 3 guys who were really into getting the Tamil boys together.
Nice.
Right? So every time we had a function, even for our anniversary here, 3, 4, 5, 6, very.
Right.
So this time we had more than 10 from the Tamil class.
Nice.
Right? So much we were actually, we were all drunk. They were also drunk, we were also drunk. Recording, my God, luckily there weren't any people around.
By the side of the river.
By the side of the river, right? So we were in the river.
In the river.
The river, right? So now all in high spirits now. So one of the Tamil section, I don't even want to use the Tamil word. I just want to say one of our fellows. Right? In this particular class. Right? So some machang api muna unat machang eka iskole hadich harada ek with all the filth and all that, and this window say ai bang api wa tea ekakin wen kare. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? So all the parallel 5 classes goes as S now.
Yeah.
10S1, 10S2, 10S3.
Right.
And this, when it comes to the last class, 10S5, it's 10T.
10T.
Right? So Machang, why? Do you know, Machang, we wouldn't have been like this. Right? Away from y'all for all this time if we were not considered as a T.
Right.
You know what I mean, Shaq? That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. Now, even at St. Joseph's College, up to now, it's called 10T or 9T.
Right. But everything else is an S.
Everything else is an S.
Right.
So, there itself, we are discriminating and dividing these 2 religions together.
Yeah.
Not the religions, the languages. Right? So, so we were like, my goodness, come to think of it, right? Yeah, this is what we have done, right? Even when we die, Muslim burial grounds, Sinhala section, yako marilat tape jati. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a different thing. We have different ways of burying. We have, cremation. That's a different thing. But the fact remains is that we have discriminated or divided this entire thing, which is again, Shaq, putting us Ogalam Demala Api Sinhala. Right? I think that shouldn't be there.
So, what about the English classes? They all said S or E?
In English, they said S vitarai. Then api danna evil te E kadda karadi. That's a different story. But I think we made a pledge that we are going to, as the batch of 94, to try to take, I don't know how administratively it's possible or whether there's laws pertaining to this particular thing, but we want to take this T out.
Mema, if for example, say if they have an English section now
with E,
then it will be very difficult for you to take the T out.
That is true.
Right?
That is true.
So I suppose, look, I don't think Chrys at that point they actually thought it that far ahead.
Well, you never know. You never know.
Administrative wise, I think it's easy.
So it could have been 10S7.
Anything. No,
so every 7 would have been the Tamil class.
Yeah, okay, fine, I suppose. Yeah, maybe, right. But the thing is, I suppose it was easier for them to identify SQ ama Sinhala.
Yeah, but now this is coming out from a person, from a batch who had suffered
that's true.
this division.
That's true.
Otherwise, bring up
that's true. That's
right?
true.
We are not the people who brought it out.
So it has actually affected them a lot.
Right? So, and I think we being a batch like this, right? I don't think any other batch would have had so much of presence from the Tamil class.
Right.
Because our batch check is different. You know, we are like, you know, everything, we don't care. We Aru, Lansia, we talk like that, right? You know, we have a batch, we call Aruta Kiyanne Kalimba Tambia, Aruta Kiyanne Demala. Huma Mona Kiwat, we will never take offense of it.
That's true.
We are having such a close thing, but it doesn't work all the time.
It
doesn't work all the time, right? We can do it because we are so close together.
That's true.
Like it's like a brotherhood.
That's
but you know, then when they brought it up, right, it felt, you know, we were all like shocked. Oh my God, you know, this guy is making a lot of sense, right? See how they have. So they were their little 94 batch. Their little party. Right. So we never mingled together.
Right.
So
we are a T and you are an S.
You are a T and we are an S. Right. So it
honestly, I really don't think the school would have actually thought that far, Chrys. I think administrative wise it's easier.
But you never know, Shaq. I mean, don't you think any guy doing psychology or child psychology or therapy to all these things never thought of this deep?
Mehemai, let me tell you something. Now, these are things that came up at that point. At that point, Chrys, nobody actually understands why they did it. They just went ahead with it. Let me give you a classic example, right? I was in radio. You are still in radio, right? Now there is this unwritten rule in radio, right? That if you are doing an endorsement, the endorsement can only be 10 seconds. Can be only 15 seconds, right? Who started this?
The company itself?
No.
The agency?
No.
Then?
No.
The DJ?
No. No, I'm telling you, no. Nobody knows. Nobody knows who started this, right? It basically could have been one fine day. Head of that radio station was having a really bad day. He was having a bad day. Somebody has said that we are doing an endorsement. No, we can't do more than 10 seconds. That's it. Now, more than 10 seconds, then the sales executive said, we can only do more than 10 seconds.
So everybody started doing 10 seconds.
Why do you do it? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. I am telling you this, right? Half the stuff I can tell you because I am not in media. Half the stuff that people say they can't do, they can do.
There's nothing like can't.
They can do, right? Ask them why they can't. No, I'm sorry, the company policy. Where did it come from? Nobody knows. That is what I'm saying. When something starts from those days, now even today, Chrys, there are certain things that we do. Even sometimes religion-wise also we do. Because parents have told us to do it. Now we were not in a position to actually question our parents why do we did it. So it's like
we did it.
It's like blind following.
Don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions. Right? That is how your grandfather did it. We are doing it. Why? Get the belt out. Get the belt out. Why? You can't ask. Why? That is the thing. The reason we are talking about is the fact that somebody has started something at one point without any malicious intent. But we unfortunately started following this podda add karla. Now it will go into company policies, go into manuals. An endorsement should not exceed 10 seconds. right? Now, there were times that even it goes to like 15 seconds or 20 seconds.
Yeah.
You have to pay.
Yeah.
For what reason? Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Yeah, you're trying to do something good for the client and you get to back.
Yeah, nobody knows.
So, but now they come to think of it, Shaq. Now I know. Now see this how this has worked and evolved throughout the years. Now you say that this hasn't had an effect, no, and this child spoke out. This my batchmate, right? Now, if you take for St. Joseph's College, right? I know 100% the hockey team is only Tamils.
Oh, really?
Only Tamil boys.
Oh, wow.
You'll get one or two singular or another religion.
Oh, right. Okay.
So, can you see how this deviation has gone?
Okay.
Right? Can you see? So, don't you think this is all a result? Why did it have to happen? Do you think there aren't any singular boys or burger boys who want to play hockey at St. Joseph's? No. Right? They have created their own little bubble. Right? Because of something. What is that something? Not that these boys don't like to mingle. Even when my son was playing football, there were Tamil boys. There were Muslim. But now this particular sport, why this only?
Interesting.
I'm not trying to point fingers or say it's wrong or anything. What I'm saying is something has happened somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? And which is why this has got as a result.
No. I mean, for that person, for your friend to actually bring it up, I think it definitely would have psychologically
because he was in high. I mean, you speak out like that
when you're drunk. When you're drunk, all the truth comes out.
Right? So he was like, if it was a normal thing where this didn't happen, we would have never known.
That's true.
We would have never known until now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
So the suffered party came out.
Yeah, no, true.
Yeah.
True. But what can you do about it though?
These are simple things, Shaq. These are in a child's mind. These are when you feel separated like that, right? It must be like it's like a Singaporean or Asian country kid in an American school.
Yeah, but Chris, don't you think, for example, I don't know, now look, your son only left school about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Right, I thought, I'm sure there's English now.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's English now.
Yeah.
English.
So it's got a A-level English stream.
Okay. It was a A-level Tamil stream.
Then getting podi classes you get English medium no. So I don't think it goes ST English 10S5 English medium that is okay.
How is that okay then?
Right? English medium there it's not a religion background no.
Chris, you can't say that. Now, for example, Tamil is a language, no?
Yeah, but
it's
associated to a religion.
No, you can't. See, that's the thing, right? Now, Tamil as a language, you will be quite surprised, it's actually spoken not among the Hindus, right? Tamil as a language is spoken by
lots of from Muslims.
From Muslims.
Yeah, that is right.
There are Tamil Christians.
But Shaq, we have been a country who have been fighting for this, no?
Yeah.
Then make a winner. We have a background with we have a very bad background, no? Right? Api oya background ekata munama hetuwa English medium nemeyne. It's Tamil. The word Tamil. Right? So if we are promoting this from school time,
that's true.
What are we doing?
No, but honestly, I mean, again, I'm going back to the fact that I'm sure, I am pretty confident that this must not have done with any malicious.
No, I'm sure. Just to ඒකාලේ යුද්ධ තිබ්බෙත් නැහැ මොකොත් නැහැ.
It's just
167 But out of all places where kids are involved, we should now at least change.
Maybe. Obviously, thought process at that time really wasn't what we are going through right now. I mean, the thought process when we went to school is completely different to the thought process when children go to school today.
Yeah, that's true.
The stuff that they basically talk about is absolute nonsense.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? So we're like, ooh, wow, okay. Anyway, so that's the story. So you had a good time?
Yeah, we had a fantastic time. My God, it was like hugging and kissing, eating ice cream with yogurt, sugar. And like halal and most of the fellows are being fed. Yeah, it's not a meal. Again, අපේ උන් මෙහෙමනේ ෂක් අපේ උන් දැන් හෙට ට්‍රිප් එක තියනවා නේ ඊරයි නම් බොනවා ඊරයි දා කියන බස් එකේ ඉන්චාර්ජ් එක බස් එකේ නිදි Master Kavila Pidimaster Gam, Unset Pidimaster Nidi. Pereda, you know. So it's real fun. It's
you know,
real
one
fun.
thing though, I don't think, I mean, we may be wrong though, but I don't think there is any other country that enjoys, you know, school life after school as much as we do.
But that is changing, Shaq. Unfortunately, now these kids nowadays, we still have this bond. No? Right? We still keep in touch because we know one fine day now we have decided we are going to have a retirement home. Imagine that.
You're telling me this,
right? We are going to have cottages and imagine how life is going to be. තට්ටු කරද්දි ඒ යන්න අරුව මැරිලා හරි
කවුද හරි
ඕක බිමුදියනේ
මට මුතුමයි
So it's absolute fun when you know we have some characters we can just laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. And then we have this fellow who does into AI. Okay, එක photos අරගෙන ඌ එක එක දාලා ඌ හදනවා මුන් කරපු දේවල් එහෙම. Yeah, so
good fun. That's always great. I mean, especially when you catch up with old school friends.
Yeah.
And you're lucky because you actually do this on a regular basis.
Yeah. So now I can very proudly say that the batch of 94, what we started, now we can see many of the junior batches.
Which is good.
You know, now I just got a 96 batch. They're having a Paduru party. So 96 batch is now it's their 50th anniversary.
All right.
So everybody is now getting into this thing, you know, anniversary. But we had a function every month, you remember? Every month we had to, you know.
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, this is going out to both the boys and the girls out there. You know, friends that you made in school, honestly, are lifelong friends.
Yeah, and the other thing is that what we did in school, right? We actually spend more time now.
Yeah.
Our past is like a picture, portrait in our friends.
That's true.
අපේ මේ නෝනලා ළමයි දන්නේ අපි කරපු ගොන් වැඩ ඉස්කෝලේ ඉන්නකොට. Right? මුන් තමයි දන්නේ. Right? So I mean, times have gone. We are meeting after so many years and people have changed. But yet we manage.
No, so my wife actually had her 50th year get together. Of the year that they obviously left school, and it had been quite good because obviously all the friends of some of them, obviously most of them are abroad, made time to come down, and that's the time you obviously end up seeing how much you have changed, what's going on. Sadly, also you realize a few of them are not in the living anymore.
We have about 12 who have gone.
Wow.
Okay. And even for them, Shaq, we have funds,
right?
Scholarship funds for their kids.
Nice.
Right. So the batch we have set aside whatever money that we, collect in extra, it goes for the children's fund.
Right.
So we have that. So for every funeral of an immediate family,
right?
All of us, many of us who can will go to this thing, look after the dane or something like that. Depending on your capacity.
That's true.
Depending on your capacity, we will, tuck. Even there was one of our guys who had a spinal cancer.
Wow.
We raised 2 million.
Wow.
In less than 8 hours.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
That's how we do things.
No, that's honestly, the school network in Sri Lanka is phenomenal, right? It doesn't matter, it could be St. Joseph's, St. Peter's, Royal, St. Thomas's, Trinity, because of the fact that, all boys will actually do anything for the school.
Yeah.
It's always like that because, whoever they are today, honestly, they open enough to say, listen, I am who I am because of my school,
True.
So that's why there's a lot that's actually, that's why school rugby is also massive.
Yeah, my God. It's the when it comes to Trinity, even Zahira. Zahira, I know that this swimmer who went for Commonwealth Games, right?
Yeah.
I think our friend at Hamidias have got the killer whale guy. What's his name now? I forget his name.
Julian Bowling.
No. That's rainbow swimming. No, killer whale is. So he has actually got him to train personally.
Okay.
So everything covered by him, right?
Right.
And I know for a fact that the old boys of Zahira
Yeah.
What they are doing for sports is unbelievable.
No, I think the old boys of all schools actually doing a lot for their individual schools, which is fantastic. Anyway, so that's Chris's
adventure.
What about Spider-Man? You want to see Spider? I haven't gone to see Spider-Man. So if you're planning on basically talking about Spider-Man and giving us a single review of Spider-Man, which I think you should. Since you actually watch more movies than Andy and I put together. On a weekly basis, so there are a lot of people out there who love to hear your singular review of Spider-Man.
Right? I mean, this is the thing now. When you're doing now, Spider-Man dates back to 1967.
Yeah.
Right?
Stan Lee.
So when you're producers that are Chris Nolan
confused. 1967
63. 1967. You're telling me. Cartoon. Right? It was
when was his debut?
Debut mini it was a cartoon, it was animation. Tom Holland you had so anyway, so
1962.
right? So anyway, so you have to follow what has happened now. Eka follow kare, make a baluam passe. So I'm like this confused duck. Right? Okay, then metana gihilla brand new day ne. Then muge days, I don't know whether he's having a problem with his puberty or something. Right? Brand new day, no way home, finding home. Right? All these days, right? So
all these days. Spider-Man, all these days. That's a new one.
So while I was watching this, I was thinking to myself, ane muta mokada Mary Jane. Making Mary Jane. What's her name now? Anyway. Line එකක් දාගන්න විදියක් නැහැ. හරිද? පාරේ බහැලා යන්න විදියක් නැහැ. මූ මෙච්චර සමාජ සේවය කරනවා මූණ පෙන්වන්න විදියක් නැහැ. සල්ලි කීයක්වත් හම්බ කරන්නෙත් නැහැ. අර ගිහිල්ලා මිසයිල් වලින් වැදිලා බිම දිගේ ඇදගෙන ගිහිල්ලා. For what? Right? Bugger can't even put his uniform and go inside a train. Oh, coach, you do plastic galwala. What a life, man! What a bloody! I mean, why do you want to be like that? I mean, if you are a superhero, why do you want to hide in exile? The entire focus is about his loneliness.
Oh, really?
Right? He's no friends.
No friends.
No, not even. So apparently, what has happened was when Tom Holland came to the scene. Tony, Iron Man, Miniawa Avengers Avengers Aragan, Spider-Man Nunane, Eat Pasta Komari, Elange, Infinity War, the Moke, the Hilla, Mu Marinone. Spider-Man, Iron Man, Marinone, Tony Stark, Marinone, Marliver Laramona, the Galho, and I don't know what Galako and seed Galkesake, Galkesake, he goes to the ultimate battle, he loses. And then Tony Stark dies. I mean, when you're putting a sequence together, have a nice continuation. He goes in search of who? Doctor Strange. I mean, come on, this is like go to a wizard. Can you go back in time and erase everything? And in the process, and in the process, everybody who knew him forgets him. Only Tom Holland knows that he was Spider-Man. Girlfriend done it there. Okay, Alua done it there. I live in a coffee shop. Poti Hinda. Anyway, so. Doctor Strange spell so now brand new day means we are starting brand new.
Okay.
Right? Now this is brand new Spider-Man.
My God.
What a disaster.
Anyway, you didn't like it?
It was. I mean, it was
not.
I think this guy did a better job.
Peter Parker?
No, not Peter Parker. No.
Call
Incredible Hulk.
Incredible Hulk?
Yeah, Incredible Hulk did a better job.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's also there in that.
But
you don't know?
Please.
So anyway.
Spoilers.
Anyway, so I was thinking to myself, I mean, if you're superhero. So now eventually he exposes himself. So still nobody knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Right? So I mean, what's the point? If you want to be a hero, right? සල්ලි හම්බ වෙන්නෙත් නෑ කීයක් හරි හොරෙක් කල්ලනවා අර පොලිසියෙන් කීයක් හරි දෙනවා නම් කමක් නෑ අර රිවෝඩ් එකක් වගේ okay you caught this fellow I'll give you 2 million reward එහෙමත් ඉතින් මොකටද ඔච්චර තැරිලා පොඩි වෙලා බෝම්බ වලට හවු වෙලා පොලේ ගහලා අරේ ගහනවා මෙහෙ ගහනවා මොකටද so that's what I was thinking I mean why do you go through all that trying to and he attains puberty also
really? Becomes a big boy.
So apparently spiders have two lives where you go and you wrap yourself in a cocoon and you become a big boy. So now what happens to a normal child when you become a big boy is you start shooting from various places, right? So Tom Holland starts shooting actual webs. So we got a machine. Joe, there was this other gent seated next to me. So when he was like testing this gadget, excuse me, this fellow was not bitten by a spider. That is what I was also thinking. No, why did you ask? No, he has a machine to put webs. No, it doesn't come naturally. He doesn't. No, it doesn't seem like. I also don't know. So after puberty, can you tell me? No.
So, but Hamad, have you seen Spider-Man though? Did you like it? He loved it. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, no, my daughter is a huge Spider-Man fan. I mean, absolutely huge. It's like the best Marvel hero for her.
Yeah.
She was there at the premiere. She ensured that she got tickets. She was there at the premiere. None of us in the family, apart from my daughter, have seen Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay. She was there, and
Marvel
and so she went for the movie. She came back, and then I said, "So how was it? How was Spider-Man?" It was good. It was good, but I actually expected it to be better. So
the moment, Shaq, what I've seen with all these things that now I consciously because I have to give a review. If you can predict what's going to happen next, that's a bad movie.
That's a bad movie. Oh, yeah. Well, I suppose.
Yeah.
Those are formula movies.
Yeah.
Something very interesting happened. Gladiator 2. I was watching Gladiator 2 on Netflix. And this is the story about the sun. You've seen Gladiator, no? Right? It's a story about the sun. And that's the whole, basically, how he obviously was sent away because Rome was going to different directions. 2 emperors have taken over. And la-di-da. So I was watching this. I quite liked it. It was Ridley Scott, right? So I quite liked the movie. I was watching it, and my son, he was actually on his laptop, and then I said, "Have you seen Gladiator 2?" He's like, "No, I haven't seen Gladiator 2." So I was telling him it's a sequel of Gladiator. I said, "Have you seen Gladiator?" "No, I haven't seen Gladiator." I said, "What? What do you mean you haven't seen Gladiator?" And now he's like general. He's honestly shocked. He said, "No, I don't know who is in Gladiator."
Okay.
I said, "Gladiator? Come on, you haven't seen Gladiator?"
Yeah.
I said, I'm like absolutely shocked. No, I haven't seen
So those
Gladiator.
are not fiction?
No.
Those are,
The thing is this, I said, "What? You haven't seen Gladiator?" No, she's like, "I haven't even heard of Gladiator. I haven't seen Gladiator." What, man, Gladiator? Which year Gladiator came out? Gladiator. So Gladiator came out in 2000, no man. What the hell? You didn't see Gladiator? And he looked at it. I was born in 2003. oh shit! Oh my God! That's so okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, born in 2003.
Yeah, but on the contrary, now if you watch, go and I'm a horror buff as well. Evil Dead Burn.
Right.
My, that is now when you think, okay, the next thing is going to go this way. Right now, you think
Yeah.
you know it just takes a U-turn.
Nice.
That's a movie.
Those are movies.
Those are movies.
I mean, there's those movies where you actually have this sudden twist that comes up.
And like
twist that you just don't know.
And like I didn't see that coming.
That's the best.
That's the best. That
you don't get too many of those movies.
No, you don't get that at all.
You don't get too many of those
Bassa
movies.
gutikawa diwa.
Yeah. and you know who. Kawuda gutikali කියලා දන්නවා. So anyway, that was our week, ladies and gentlemen. Interesting. What?
Not for 40 minutes.
Right. So that is our cue. To shut up. Let's move on to Lanka Last week, ladies and gentlemen. What do we have? Let's go for it. What do we have today? Lanka last week. Not much of a great story week this week. Commonwealth medalists receives grand welcome in Colombo. That's a big story. That's a big story, especially when it comes to athletics. Not many people give any athletic any athlete a chance when they go into Commonwealth or go into any games. I think දන්නෙත් නැහැ. වීසා හම්බුනොත් දන්නෙත් නැහැ.
හුඟක් කරාට වීසා හම්බ වෙන්නේ නැතුව එයාපෝට් එකේනේ.
එයාපෝට් එකේ
ගිහිල්ලා නැහැ. ටිකට් අරන්
ආවත් දන්නෙත් නැහැ.
ගිහිල්ලා ඇවිල්ලා නැහැ මොකද භාගයක් පනලා. ඒවත් වෙනවා ඉතින්. ඒවා කියලා that's a different story.
So Ramesh Taranga, gold medalist Ramesh Taranga and silver medalist Palitha Bandara received a hero's welcome in Colombo following their success in the 2026 Commonwealth Games. Congratulations to them. They were honored with a city procession and public felicitation attended by large crowds. It's really about the sporting heroes, as a matter of fact.
And hats off to the Navy and the Army also.
Yeah.
Because they are the ones who are, molding the two of them and doing all that. So, well done.
Well done. I mean,
after 20 years.
Yeah, that's right. Making a lot of noise.
And recently I heard just today that he among the stats that he's number one now.
He's number one now. That's what I also heard. He's actually got to number one now. So good story, good stuff. Gold medalist Ramesh Taranga and silver medalist Palitha Bandara. Congratulations to the two of you. Thank you so much for bringing lots of fame for Sri Lanka, which we need as much as we can possibly get. Next story. What do we have? As SLC warns of rise in sextortion scams targeting social media users.
What the hell is that a new word?
Sextortion. It's like extortion, but with sex.
Okay.
Right? Because victims are being targeted through Instagram, Facebook Messenger, and WhatsApp. It usually starts with a friendly hi. Right? Hi. Hi dear කිව්වම ඉවරයි. It's not a scam.
Right? Oh my God.
Appears to be a young woman's profile. After gaining the victim's trust, conversations move to WhatsApp video calls where victims are manipulated into compromising situations. The scammers then threaten to send screenshots or recordings to family and friends unless money is paid.
My God, yeah.
While earlier scams mainly directed payments to India, recent cases show money is now being transferred into local Sri Lankan bank accounts. Victims often pay thousands of rupees before finally they actually report the crime.
Yes,
Mihima, it's honestly, this isn't about scams, about how everyone now every time somebody says hi, even if it is a friend of yours, and he says hi, block. Delete.
Block.
Block.
Computer gata karagana. Block. No, thank you.
You had somebody who wanted to basically send you some money, no? Some time ago.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we all have got random messages for sure. But there's some weird scams that are actually going on right now. Now we on our pod official email, almost every single day we get an email saying that we have violated some. I'll tell you. Basically, violation of intellectual property, right? We have violated, your scheduled ad account is going to be permanently disabled, right? And it's like, and then you have to, what you need to do, review, submit and appeal. Moment you press that, you're done.
Yeah.
You're done.
And most of these platforms are සින්දුවක background එකක් දාලා ගැහුවොත් එහෙම ඒවා අයිඩෙන්ටිෆයි කරලා බ්ලොක් කරනවා.
මේව බ්ලොක් කරලා
හොරෙක් වල්ල ගන්න බෑ.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The moment I mean that algorithm, the AI, this thing picks it up in like 2 seconds. You can't put up a song of somebody else's, it blocks it completely.
Absolutely.
But this is sextortion is going on, ladies and gentlemen. Look, the easiest thing for you to do, unless you know the person, just don't reply messages. It's as simple as that. Just don't reply messages. And those are the days that we used to actually go out, meet friends
people,
and still get scammed out. Right?
Come and join the batch of 94.
Yeah, you won't get scammed.
You won't get scammed.
That's the story. Next one, what do we have? Next story. Northampton Saints Sri Lanka tour to feature rugby showdown and cricket legends game. This is a big story, Chris.
Okay.
This, of course, is English Premiership Rugby Club. Northampton Saints will tour Sri Lanka later this month to play the Asia Pacific Lions. Now, they are a very, very prominent rugby club in England.
That was about cricket.
Yeah, and there's a celebrity cricket match also that's happening. The tour also includes a charity T20 match featuring rugby players alongside Sri Lankan cricket legends like Mahela Jayawardene, Aravinda De Silva, Chaminda Vaas, all playing for that T20 match. But there are some rugby legends who are actually a part of the English Premier Rugby Club.
Oh, good.
So it's an exhibition game.
Okay.
But what this does is the fact that it actually puts the country on the map even more.
Yeah, that's true.
Right now, lots of people, I'm so happy to see there are a lot of great reviews about Sri Lanka out there. There's fantastic reviews about Sri Lanka out there. Lots of people are coming down. Lots of vloggers, lots of bloggers, lots of content creators, and it's just good news that we obviously are getting. But yes, you do have an occasional idiot who tries to mess things up for most of the Sri Lankans. But they're not all idiots. Unfortunately, it's your luck if you ever come across an idiot like that. But more often than not, it's actually been very heartwarming and something that which we've as Sri Lankans known for a very, very long time is the fact that the warmth, the hospitality. You will never ever find the warmth and hospitality anywhere else like you actually find it in Sri Lanka.
Absolutely.
We have no problems in being hospitable to our own people. That's the difference, right? At the end of the day, you've got, just because there is a tourist, just because you're a foreigner doesn't mean this hospitality comes from nowhere. It's inbuilt in us. And even if you actually stop by, ask anybody, a local, I'll tell you a good story though, in terms of being hospitable, how hospitable we were. I think this was about 12 years ago. We usually, as a family, we ensure that we actually go on trips at least once or twice a year, which really doesn't happen anymore. It's very expensive. So this, more often than not, during the out of the holidays, we actually go on these trips, right? So once, when we were actually on the way back to Colombo, it was on Aurudu Day. We were actually on the way back to Colombo. On Aurudu Day, out of Colombo, everything is
deserted.
closed.
Everything
is closed. So we knew this, and then we wanted to actually have lunch on the way, right? So we had food with us, and then we were looking for a perfect place to basically eat. So we stopped on the side of the road. There were about 4 vehicles, all families stopped on the side of the road. It was right? Now I look for water, right? But there's some villagers who were there, saw us having food. They brought water. Then they realized that most of us were finding it very difficult because the side of the road, that and this. Machan, they took us to their house. They just end. So now all of us, about 15 of us,
goes into the house.
Right? Which I don't think the house would have ever seen 15 people inside. Right? But so everyone was, sitting everywhere.
Yeah.
But they gave us practically everything they had. Right? And once we finished our meal, we had a fruit platter. They gave us a fruit platter with every mentionable fruit that is available, from watermelon to banana to so many. That is the type of people we are.
Absolutely.
They could have just let us actually sit on the side of the road and have. So it's not the fact that Sri Lankans are hospitable only to foreigners who come down. We are hospitable to our very own people. That's why it is in our blood. Okay, so
there we go.
That's a story. Next one. What do we have? Sri Lanka to introduce first dedicated motorcycle lane to improve road safety. Now, do you remember once upon a time, long time ago, when the city or when the world was changing, somebody out there decided to basically come up with bus lanes?
That also was there, no?
Yes.
Push-cycle lane
Push-cycle
lane? Yeah. Why for riding bicycles near Vihara Mahadevi? There's a lane.
Right, not on the road, no.
On the side of the road only.
Yeah, but Baker, no, there was bus lanes.
Yeah.
I still remember.
And nobody else could go in that.
Nobody else. And when they started this bus lane, the cops, I think about 100 cops on the way of Gaul Road. Right? They're all there, they're all on Gaul Road, waiting on the side. Everybody realized, make it in Sumane. Right? After that, there's nothing. Now, bus lane killer, now the thing is still there.
Yeah.
It's written bus lane.
Yeah. Buses everybody's lane now.
Buses go on the payment.
Yeah.
Nobody
but
goes
if
the
they
lane.
can implement the motorcycle lanes, it will be, we are looking at a lot of fatalities.
Yeah, but no, that's a good move though.
If you can do it.
It's a good move, but the problem with us Sri Lankans, as hospitable as we are, we don't follow bloody rules.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah. Our bicycles are like a set of sperms, right? Bike riders, everybody goes at a colour light tag gawa okkomu rotta inna. Red එක green una. That's the only description.
Thank you. Not bad. Come to think of it.
Go අර මොකද එච්චරට බයික්ස් වෙන අර වාහනේ ඉන්න එකට මොකද පේන්නෙත් නෑ පාරේ ඉන්න. right, there's so many අර පිටිපස්සේ එන රොත්තම ඇවිල්ලා අතන බොටල් නෙක් නේ. right, ඇවිල්ලා අතන green උනා ගමන් for about good 30-40 seconds you can't even move. Because until all the
by the time you turn to red again. So Sri Lanka plans to introduce its first dedicated motorcycle lane in Kalawanchikudi. Right? As a pilot project, the lane will be physically separated from other traffic using rubber dividers and is aimed at reducing motorcycle accidents.
Kalawanchikudi වලදී traffic තියෙනවා. Kalawanchikudi they must do it in somewhere in a...
Yeah, maybe down south.
Yeah, Kalawanchikudi won't nahi. I mean, they can all go like that.
I think in Kalawanchikudi they ride bikes without helmets also.
And putting those rubber dividers, ඊට පස්සේ අනේ අර ගෑනු කට්ටිය ඔක ඉවරලා පෙරලිලා වැටිලා තවත් දෙයක් වෙනවා. අනේ මා.
If successful, the concept could be expanded to other parts of the other country. Forget the lane. The actual question is whether Sri Lankans will actually stay in it. that will be that's going to be the
that's the one.
That's the one. That's
නෑ
what
හැබැයි මෙහෙමයි ඔක කරන්න දින එකම විදිය තමයි ෂැක් දඩ ගහන එක.
it is
right ගහන්න ඕනේ දිගට හරහට until the moment වැඩේ තියෙන. That is also not consistent.
That's a problem.
That is the problem.
That's a problem.
දඩ ගහනවා නම් මිනිස්සු will fall in line.
That's true.
Yeah.
The thing is at the end of the day, you can still pay for it and still come back and next day and do the same
but how many times you can do it?
Yeah, that's also true.
දැන් අපි මේ හම්බ කරන මිනිස්සුන්ට රුපියල් 300ක් 400ක් කියන්නේ ලොකු දෙයක්.
ලොකු දෙයක්.
So and others they'll never learn.
Next story. What do we have? Sri Lanka debaters make history at World Schools Debating Championships. Congratulations. They won 7 of the 8 preliminary debates, finished first out of more than 80 countries after preliminaries and reached the double octo finals. It's the highest Sri Lanka has ever ranked in the competition.
Good. We are going somewhere, no?
Yeah, and it was actually in Kenya.
Yeah.
So Sri Lanka makes debating history. And it's basically good news. Like I said, we're actually making grounds in terms of so many different things, which is fantastic. Yavan is doing really well.
Yeah.
He's flying the Sri Lankan flag on the motor circuit. We've got...
And there's another kid who's doing into motorsports from Zahira, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I think there's one little guy.
We should, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the guys that we need to expose, the ones that are actually taking Sri Lanka out.
And even this little Navi guy, you remember?
Called the Navi?
The badminton, the table tennis player?
Table tennis, yeah.
He's also doing
the
well.
top 10 now, right?
Yeah, something really good. අර පොඩි ඉඩියට මැස්සා වගේ පයින්නවා හැමදාම. So well done, little Savi.
Well done. Well, next story, what do we have? No electricity tariff revision for the third quarter of 2026, says the Puxo.
Very good.
So, thank you very much. Yeah, that's true. That's all. I mean, my electricity bill actually came for the last month. It was a shock.
50,000?
Yeah, very. Because the thing is, last month was really hot, right?
Wow.
And to top it all off, school holidays also. I don't know where this habit is. Where every room you go, you turn the fan on. When you come out, the fan is still on, but you're turning on the other room. It's difficult. It's difficult. But you can't. Sometimes you really can't blame them because it's really hot.
That's also
really
true.
hot also. And last month, the month of July, was an absolute scorcher. It was terrible. Like 7 o'clock in the morning, it was hot. That's how bad it was. But thank you, Puxo, for not increasing the electricity bill. Make it in double Next story. What's the story we have? That's the last one. Supreme Court rejects bid to postpone A-level examinations.
I heard a woman talking on giving a statement. මගේ පුතා මානසිකව වැටලා ඉන්නේ. හරිද? මගේ පුතාට ඇයි මේ අසාධාරණ යකෝ ලක්ෂ 3ක් මේ විභාගය ලියනවා. ඒක පුත් I mean, come on, there should be method to madness. So usually because of this COVID and everything, the timetable was
COVID තිබ්බේ බා 6 years
ago. ඒ කාලේ ඉඳන් තමයි මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ. ඔව් COVID කාලේ ඉඳන් they couldn't get so you have to cover the syllabus also. So according to the constitution or whatever, there has to be so many X number of days covered.
Right.
So now the government has covered, the education ministry has covered it. Right. But then usually A-level තියෙන්නේ August, O-levels තියෙන්නේ December.
Right.
So that's how it goes, right? So when those are there, හරියට August holidays වලට Christmas holidays වලට ඕක හරියට set off වෙනවා. Right? Because then the other kids can go on holiday, August holiday, and then the A-levels start. Then the O-levels just before Christmas, during that holiday. So nobody is compromising or wasting any time.
Right.
අර තිබ්බ විදියට හිතන තැන් වල people, the education ministry closed the schools.
Right.
Because they had to accommodate the A-level children.
Right.
So now finally they have got the act together. right? It was not an easy process. You have to cover the syllabus also. So slowly, gradually, since then, now they have been clearing this backlog, and now they have come to the proper point.
Right.
හරිද දැන් next එන මන්ඩේ මගේ හිතන්නේ පටන් ගන්නවා
right Monday A levels
ඉතින් ඒකට මේ එක මේ දවස් ගානකින් මේ මාසෙකට අනේ අපේ දරුවා මානසිකව වැටිලා ඉන්නේ කවුරුත් මේ ගැන අපි ජනාධිපතිතුමාටත් කිව්වා අරකයි මේ Oh my God, get real.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
If I was the education minister, මම සල්ලි ගෙවලා උට private A level කරනවා වෙන මේ English හරි මොනාරි කරලා මෙන්න සල්ලි කරගන්න පාස් වෙන්න කොහොම කියලා.
So yeah, Supreme Court has dismissed the petition seeking to postpone this year's GC A-level examinations by 2 months. Exams will therefore go ahead as scheduled, and ideally they should.
They should, absolutely.
Yeah. What was if you go back to your A-level days, what was a subject that terrified you, absolutely terrified you? Make a sure fail.
අපේ තිබ්බ logic කොයි accounts කොයි econ was a bit of a toughie. So econ තමයි අනිත් ඒවා නම් shape. Logic I don't know ඉතින් ඔය කරපු කිසි මගුලක්වත් නැහැ.
Absolutely no logic.
I can still remember නායකරත්න sir අච්චරට මෙච්චර නම් මෙච්චරට කොච්චරද හරිද ඒකෙන් ගම්මිය වෙන්නේ මොකද්ද ඔය තමයි වචන හරිද අපිත් ඉතින් අහන් හිටියා තාම කිසිම දෙයක් ගම්මිය වෙලා right I mean what was that and later on that subject was taken off අපි කියන්නේ logic the magic right I don't know මොන මඟුලකට තිබ්බද මන්දා so at least now the prime minister is trying to revise this whole thing no right at least you must allow these people to do that and මේක යාවත් කාලීන කරන්න ඕනේ මඟු ඇති මඟුලකට නැති දෙයක් ඉගෙනගෙන වැඩක් නැහැනේ right you know one of these days schools will have to close down because AI will start teaching at home
I think they are
doing right tuition කරන කට්ටිය ඉස්කෝලවල වල අපි ඔය ඉස්කෝල ඔක්කොම ඊට පස්සේ හොටෙල්ස් කරමු හරිද ඒ ඔක්කොම ගල්වල පන්ති කාමර ස්විච් කරලා රෙක්ටගේ රූම් එක ප්‍රෙසිඩෙන්ෂල් ස්වීට් කරලා හරිද ඕ අන්තිමදී ඕකයි වෙන්නේ at this rate your biggest fear in to come is going to be AI
that's true
right
that is so
if
true.
I am joking watch the movie called Soulmate my goodness that is AI to the point where he takes revenge from a girlfriend. ඒ වගේ දේවල් වෙන්නේ. So the biggest fear in the future is not going to be a third world war. It's going to be the revolution of AI.
And the thing is this, right? I don't know if you actually heard this story that OpenAI. Obviously, there was this experiment they were actually doing where one of the AI bots actually broke through another AI.
Yeah, went out, did some vulgar things and came back.
So in the future, now back in the past, we were actually having problems trying to sort out our kids. No, now in the future, what will our bots be doing? The bots that we create, you don't know where they will basically wriggle into. And wriggle here, wriggle there into somebody else's CPU, somebody else's platform, somebody else's different platforms and situations.
And thank God we will be in our little property somewhere in Bandara. අපිට බෝතල් ටික තිබ්බා.
That's the story, ladies and gentlemen. That's what happened in Sri Lanka. I mean, there are so many things that actually happened in Sri Lanka. These are things that we actually found funny and interesting for us to talk about. Time for us to move into game night, and it is just did I say game night?
Yes, game night. Game
night. Game night. Just because there are two guys here, don't just say you misheard him. It's game night. Okay. See you right after this.
It's game night on the Gnsl show.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Game Night.
Game night.
හරියට කියන්න ඕනේ. Game night. Since it's just the both of us today, it's Game night.
Okay.
All right.
Guess the logo.
Guess the logo.
Guess the logo. That sounds very interesting.
My God.
ඒක කියවන්න logo එකට වැඩිය අමාරුයි ඒක.
I can't see. To guess the first
Here are 10 logos. Blah, blah, blah.
Second 5 seconds only for right.
Okay, done.
Okay, we got the drift. Right. First logo. Microsoft.
Windows.
What?
Windows.
Microsoft.
Windows.
No. Microsoft. Windows is a different story.
So that's the same logo.
No. It's a Microsoft. Windows is a product of Microsoft.
ඒක තියෙන්නේ logo එක window එකක් වගේ.
Microsoft.
Okay, right.
Next one. This is
Brandix.
Yeah. I was about to. Brandix. Well done.
Pepsi.
Hurry. John Kills.
Okay. Burger King.
මොකක්ද බම්බේ?
Burger King. මේ burger එක missing එකේ.
Burger එක missing එකේ.
ඒ පොඩ්ඩක් ඌ කාලා. ඌ burger කාලා. බනිස් එක විතරක් තියලා. අයියෝ.
Second round rapid fire. 5-second rapid fire.
Okay. Popeyes. Louisiana. Hey! That is one.
Dilma.
Yes. Dilma, yes.
CPC.
Syrup Petroleum Corporation. CPC.
Okay. What is that?
What is this? Coffee shop?
This is Starbucks. No?
Yeah, Starbucks. No, Louis Vuitton. No.
Star Spray?
No, wait. This is
5 seconds.
Starbucks තමයි නැත්තම්.
V?
Versace.
Oh my God.
Sapat bag. සේරන් මුද්දාන්න තිබ්බා කරා. මගේ බැංකුව. Done. That was easy.
That's it.
කටත් හොද කරාවේ.
Yeah.
What to do now?
I don't think very had concentrated too much today.
Yeah.
Right.
Too much.
Anyway, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. It's just the two of us. We basically got ourselves here, but after all, we had a great show. And Andy will be back with us once again next Friday.
Next Friday.
Back here on GNSL. Thank you so much for all the love that you constantly show us on our reels and of course our YouTube page. Like I said, very soon we'll hit 500 subscribers, which is a big deal.
Yep.
500 subscribers is a big deal, and we're doing it organically. We are not paying anybody. Nobody will take money from us even. ගෙව්වත් ගන්නේ නෑ. So we are
ඒක කතන්දරේ.
ඒක තමයි කතන්දරේ. One by one, step by step. මොකද මේක තිබේ මේ පාන කමර්ෂල් රුපියලින් මෙයාලා ඉතින් සතෙන් රුපියල නෙමෙයි මෙයා ඩොලර්ස් by dollars, Binance by Binance, gold coin එක ඔක්කොම යන්නේ. අපිට තමයි සතෙන් Bitcoin by Bitcoin. ඉතුරු කරනවා Bitcoin by Bitcoin.
මෙල්ට එක නැත්තම් කාස්ම කඩක් වැටලා එච්චරට coins පුරවලා දෙපැත්තේ.
Okay guys, time for us to get out of here. Thank you so much. It's the weekend and hopefully it's the first weekend of the month of August.
Yeah.
Thanks for being a part of the show. It's not the first weekend of the month of August.
Yeah, it is. It is. Monday was
Monday. Second weekend.
So first was the week Saturday, no?
First was Saturday. That's right.
Yeah.
So we'll catch up with you once again next Friday. Till then, have yourself a wonderful weekend and good night, Sri Lanka.